Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 22 of the Road to Anywhere, my Journeyman series, the series where we go on a little adventure around the world and I bring it to you hopefully every Saturday. As always, thanks for checking the series out and coming back and sitting here with me looking at my ugly old tired hairy face. I'm starting to get to the hairy bollock phase at the minute. I'm at that middle stage. Do I keep it and grow it a bit or do I shave it off? I'm in two minds. I don't know. I keep shaving it off. I might grow a beard. I don't know. I'm struggling. But you know what I'm not struggling with? My future. Because this is going to be definitely our fourth and final season here at Seville Bucharest. It's been a great ride and I'm enjoying it. But it's a journeyman. And as much as I'd love to stay here, it's time to move on. But we're going to have one last crack at trying to do something on the European stage with Seville Bucharest. So we've got a bit to get through. Hopefully I can cram it all in. So best really stop chatting. So before we do move on though, make sure you smash that like button. If you really want to help the channel out, pledge to my Patreon, become a true hero of the world. I thank you. Let's begin. And where do we begin? Holy Jesus. I tell you what, I was busy. Now obviously, you know by now, I'm starting to do the whole sign lots of players on a free, keep what's good, sell what's bad, make a profit. And a lot of players came in on a free and went straight back out. And I also want to spend some money, actually go out and spend some money on a couple of players that could hopefully make us better. And look at this. So I mean, where do I start really? Because some of these players have come straight in and gone straight out. Now before we do, can you see me brew? I always have a brew, it's early. But my cup's green. Now people ask me, why do you never wear like certain hats? And I've got all the hats. And some of my favourite hats are green. My Green Bay Packers hat, my New York Jets hat. Yeah, my Oakland A's hat. Some of my favourite hats I can never wear because if I did, just like my cup, my head would disappear. So then on to the team. I think I'll look at the best first team 11 in my opinion and maybe look at some of the stragglers. So this is the goalkeeper. It's Frank Diallo. He's 28 years old and he's English and he's coming to his second year with us now. And I think he's a good goalkeeper. His star rating don't blow you away, but he's definitely still the best keeper we can get. But right back, we've got Jorge Clifford again, his second season too. 23-year-old Englishman who I think's improving. Maybe he's not top level Premier League player, but he's loving it here. Over at left back, we have a new player, Nicolas Caraballi. He comes from a team called Once Caldas in Colombia. He only cost me 1.2 million. And I've picked up a couple of players from South American countries I haven't got the leagues turned on with, so very interesting I've been able to do that. I don't know if it's a Romanian thing, but yeah, love his potential, love his ability, definite upgrade at left back. Our two best centre halves are okay. I'd like a lot more quality, but we are in Romania. So our number one centre half, or one of the best ones, is Miguel Samper. Again, it's his second season as well. A lot of these players are from last year, but they should be settled now. They're ready to go. So in an attempt to try and strengthen the centre of defence, we spent 8 million on Armand Bowley. He's 26 years old from the Ivory Coast. We got him from the Czech Republic, Victoria Pilsen. And he's decent, he's a pretty good player. In defensive midfield, we've got Marco Toll, brand new player on a free from Feyenoord, I think it was. He is Dutch, he's 20 years old. He's come here, a bit of a pay rise. He said he's only a fringe player, but he's definitely my best defensive midfielder at the minute. In the middle, we have got Nico Kiumalo. Wow. I've absolutely butchered that name. 25 years old, South African. Very good player. Very good player from Sporting. I had to spend 16 million on him. We needed him. I'll talk about that in a minute. One of his potential partners is Lee Hyun Chan, South Korean, who hopefully will sell some shirts. Cost me some money, 7.5 million quid. From a team in Turkey. Good play though. We have another South African. This one cost me 16 million. He was at Borussia Mönchengladbach last year on loan. He is from Paris Saint-Germain though. He's South African, he's 24 years old, and he's a left winger who I think is fairly decent. And again, I needed him for certain reasons that annoy me. On the right wing, we still have Andres Gomez, the one player I thought I wouldn't have because of all the interest in him, how good he is. He was amazing last year. He was like having a striker on the right wing. He was setting up goals. He was a class above really where we are. In the summer though, no one really came in for him. He was happy. So I got straight in there, offered him a new contract. So this kid's settled, and his minimum fee is sorted. Now he still has one, but it's not 3 million anymore, or whatever stupid thing it was. It is 150 million. I just wish I'd been able to do this with 2 other players. Luckily too, we've managed to keep hold of Ernesto Kunze going into his second year. He was outstanding again last year. He was brilliant. 25-year-old Italian who's never really scored many goals, but I believed in his ability and he has not let me down. So I've been hinting that I needed certain players. And we had to invest in the centre of midfield because we lost Connor Franklin after one amazing season. He was amazing. I'm surprised we got him on a free. 22 years old. This kid is a very good player. He had a 3.6 million release fee. He didn't want to leave, but Everton have come in. We couldn't do anything about it. He was allowed to speak to him, and you know he's gone to the Premier League, paying him Premier League money. But this isn't just the only thing Everton did to me. They activated Ross Harrison, my left winger's 6.75 million release fee as well. So Everton took 2 of my best players, both English. Very annoying, really, because they're both young. And I'm trying to build something at Stow. You can have him when I leave. So this was gutting. We've tried to replace him. There's pros and cons with each kind of player, but it is what it is. I think we've patched the holes up, and I've got a good squad here. Let's have some honourable mentions, and obviously we have got money, and I'm buying young quality players for this club's future, mainly off Vitarol, FC Vitarol, who then use that money to buy players off me, who I've brought in on a free. Makes no sense, but I like that kind of business. And we managed to sign a player here, a young striker, for 5 million quid, who isn't a 5-star potential, but I think he's probably a very good young player. He's Romanian, and he's our backup striker. Of course, made a lot of deals, but it would take forever, really. When you're playing the game like this, and you're signing loads in on a free to just sell on. I think they're pointless looking at, and then we'd be here all day looking at the squad. We've got a lot of players from last year. It was pretty settled. I've just had to make some additions, and I think we've improved. I think I've got the best team possible, and this club's in a great position. 60 million in the bank, 25 million to spend, nice big fat wage budget. We're punching now, right up there financially. We're in a really, really good spot. And a lot of this has just been from wheeler dealing, getting players in on a free, like I keep saying, and selling them on. I should have been doing this for years and years and years. So we're in 4 competitions. They want us to win the league, and I want to win the league because we've won it every year I've been here. The cup, they want me to get to the final. I would love to win the freaking cup in my last season. Champions League. Group of death again. We don't get it easy, do we? What was disappointing was, look at that. We might be buying their young players, and they're buying older players off me. They've got a couple of my boys in that team. Some of them I've never even had because I've sold them straight away. And they beat us 2-0 in the Super Cup, and I always like winning the Super Cups. Makes you feel like you're the champion of champions, so I felt a bit like, oh shit. Is this a bad sign for the season? Fingers crossed it would just give us a right motivation to kick on. These are the bookies' odds, and the bookies think we'll win it. I think we'll win it. If we don't win it, I'll be pretty pissed off. But we have got loads of good young squad, and this is what I like to do. I've got an average age of 23. Got some really good players. I think my front 3 is decent. Patterson is a very, very good winger. So if Kunze and Gomez can be on fire like they were last year, there's no reason why we can't do well. I think Kumali, or whatever his name is, who's replaced Franklin, looks very good. I don't think he's at the same level, but he's nearly there. I think the defence is stronger, with left backs better, and I've got some depth to this team. But we're never going to win the Champions League. I think that would be absolutely impossible. It'd take me a few years to even get anywhere near. It's trying to get into a lower level competition, but you know, is that going to happen? We keep freaking getting in the group stage and then qualifying for the actual Champions League, which is great financially, but I'm not going to win anything. Played 3 friendlies at the start of the season. Nothing major, although we did beat Werder Bremen, which I thought was brilliant. I can't lie, I was really, 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 really happy with that. So you may have seen, but we have already kicked the season off, and because it is the 3rd of September, are we doing okay? So just thought we'd quickly look at it. Look, 3 back-to-back titles, love it, and at the minute, played 8, won 8. So we went straight out of them blocks in the league and just started kicking ass, like with an absolute passion. Kunze scoring goals, like he's well ahead already of anyone else. We've got the 3 best players in the league, which is super positive. And Gomez is up there setting goals up with Dave Oliver. Now this is an example of just making your profit in little pieces. A lot of the deals they're not huge. They're like this. So we signed Dave Oliver from Wolves on a free. Now he played a bit part in 1 year. He was like a backup, and then I've sold him on for 1.4 million. And you know, it's only a little bit of profit, but if you do a lot of them, you can make 10, 20 million. So what these little signings for like 1.4, 2 million, 3 million kind of sales, it adds up each year, and that's how I've built my fortune. And then you can start spending it if you want. So I came here in 2037. I've been here. It's my 4th year, so I've been here roughly then, and they were sitting at this same level, right? 20th, 18th, 17th, and then 17th, and then look recently because of how well we're doing. I think because we've helped build the nation ourselves by putting a lot of players out there into the country. The league's now 11th. 11th. I mean, when I came here, I felt like I was going backwards and backwards, but we've now helped make this league in the last 4 years better than Austria. Do you know what I mean? Turkey's still up there. We helped that, but where Turkey's now 6th. That's pretty good. We kind of helped towards that because we were doing a similar thing with Besiktas, so really positive about this. So let's go over to that pesky freaking Romanian Cup. I haven't won it while I've been here, and I've usually done quite well in cups, but not in Romania. We struggled for some reason. But we started out against a rival, Dynamo Bucharest, beating them 2-0. Then it was on to the 6th round to play FC Hermannstadt. I'll have that. I'll take that one. Beat them 4-1. That was brilliant. Kunzi hat-trick. And at this stage, the quarter-final hasn't been drawn yet. It is the 23rd of December. The winter break's about to start. But yeah, some big teams in it. All the best usual guys are in it. Vitarol, Voluntari. I'm just never confident in this cup. I just can't do it. I can't crack it. Whereas in the league, we're freaking brilliant. I mean, I'm 20 points clear at roughly the halfway stage. So we've just got better and better and better in that league. We won it, and then we've just started dominating. I mean, we've helped the country out. We've helped the nation out. But we are far superior than everyone else, I think, at the minute. Vitarol aren't the best this year. UTA Arad, who are in 2nd, are the only team to beat us this year, if I remember. Yep, 1-0 at home. We've drawn 2 games as well. And then just been next level. Next level in the league. So, you know, I've been saying this. It's never about winning the league. It's what I want to do to make us the best team. It's about Europe. So after we won our title, our first year in Europe, we had to go through 3 lots of qualifying. So it's 6 games to get into the group stage, where we were pretty poor, only drawing 1 game. So, you know, we were some distance away from doing anything in the Champions League. Last year, though, with our reputation increasing, the quality of player getting better, we only had to do 2 lots of qualifying. So it was 4 games to get to the group stage, and we did all right. We won. I mean, what did we win? 3 games. Beating Madrid was a freaking out of this world game. I thought that's going to be the pinnacle. And then we got all the way to the quarterfinals. We're going to have to do 1 lot of qualifying, which is 2 games, 2 legs, straight in the playoffs. So we are becoming bigger and bigger. It would be interesting to see if you kept on playing it. Could you just get on an automatic spot in the Champions League? And then we went to their place and we drew 1-1, obviously, with a Gomez penalty. And it was enough to put us through into the group stage again. Now, weirdly enough, it's a group of death. I'm not going to lie. And we only won 1 game in that group. And this is that game. I thought I'd share it with you first. Because it's Paris Saint-Germain, who spend 250 million a year, every year, always. All the best regions always end up there, pretty much. So this, to win the 1 game in that group, and to go there and play so well, was outstanding. Like, special, beyond belief special. So proud of it. Only lost 1 game, and that was against Bayern Munich away. I think it was 2-0. So it's, you know, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. And we finished 3rd. So yeah, won 1, lost 1, drawn 4. Just about kind of did it. I mean, Benfica was shit. We nearly qualified. I mean, beating PSG helped us. We nearly qualified again in the Champions League group stage, which would have been fantastic. But we all know what happens when you come 3rd. You qualify for the Europa League, and this, to me, is way more realistic. This is my chance, my last chance while I'm here, my last season, to maybe do something a bit more realistic. There's some big teams here, don't get me wrong. Schalke's, Inter, Hajduk Split, my old team, FC Red Bull Salzburg, my old team, couple of my old rivals and Galatasaray from my Besiktas days. So yeah, I mean, imagine I got Hajduk Split or Red Bull. Teams have, I mean, Hajduk is one of my earlier projects. Turned him into a powerhouse. This is it. This was like getting the old juices flowing. Let's take a look at how that squad is doing. My squad's doing okay. We've got players like Daniel Bradley, who's not doing much. Alexander at the top isn't doing much. He's in the squad because he helps with the quota of the squad. You've got to have, like I've said before, you've got to have so many young players. You've got to have 2 under 22-year-old Romanians in every starting 11 in Romania. So it is annoying. You kind of have a team for the league and a team for Europe, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. But when it comes to players playing well, Kunzi is out of this world this year. Gomez is very, very good this year. Right? Got a good average rating. But I don't know what the difference is. He was setting up goals for fun, and I think he could still hit that same assist target of 16. But it's his goals. His goals are dried up. I don't know why. He's just not putting the ball in the net like he was last year. I mean, that is like, you'd think he was a striker looking at that, wouldn't you? But yeah, a lot of the new lads have settled in, done really, really, really well, in my opinion. Lee Hyun Chan, very good player. Bolly and Toll, good players too. Sam Whitehead, still got Sam Whitehead, don't know if you remember him. He's floated about a bit more of a squad player this year. Franklin's replacement, I mean, he's doing okay. He's no Franklin. Now, I normally show you the stats in the league, but with 20 points clear in the league, so I don't think we need to look at how well our defence and attack are doing. He's doing very well. And so is the finances. We're not really losing any money. We're making a nice little profit from the Champions League. You know, costs are quite low really for us. So again, I think with Hajduk Split and Besiktas, this is another good job well done. With Argentina, my Estudiantes job, I love that. They've kind of slipped back. But I think I've put in this kind of club now in a position where they're going to fight on for the next decade because I've brought in a lot of talent, a lot of money, and a lot of good young players that they could build a good Romanian team with really over the next few years. So I felt really proud of this job. This is my transfer page, and unlike last year when I was prepping to stay, even though I was thinking I probably was going to maybe go, I knew really I was going to stay. This year I know I'm definitely going, so I don't want to bring in a load of players on a free and overload the club, because I don't think the computer AI manager will do what I do and sell them on for profit. He'll probably keep them all, and the wage bill will be massive, and I don't want to put the club on a backward step. I want to leave him in a good place financially with a good squad, and that's what I'm going to do. Got a lot of good young players here. Back to the Romanian Cup, and we won in the quarterfinals. Getting a bit excited. Beat FC Arj 1-0. The semi-finals are two-legged. Woohoo! And we drew FC Voluntari, beating them 4-2. Cracking game. My front line were outstanding. I just wish my defence could have played up to their level, and it would have been a perfect game. We'd have had this put to bed. Anything can happen though in the second leg, which hasn't been played yet. So let's jump over to the Europa League. Villarreal 5-4. Holy shit. Holy shit. Just look at the numbers and see the goals and what times they went in. I mean, what a special, special game. The next leg was a bit of a boring affair after that. I was expecting something more, but you know, I'll take 2-0 and going through into the next one, where we face Marseille. Big team for me because I love Marseille. It's my favourite French team, and it's a team I was manager of on the road to anywhere last year on FM19. Won the Champions League with Marseille twice, I think. We got beat at that beautiful stadium, 1-0 away, but we'd done just enough. Didn't help when we went down to 10 men early doors, but we did enough. Patterson is a dirty bastard, by the way. Then it was on to Sevilla, another team of mine from my Journeyman last year. Seville, Sevilla, tomato, tomato, potato, potato. You say what you want to say with it. But yeah, 0-0 at home. First leg, we should have put it to bed. We didn't have a lot of the ball, but we were better. We should have scored a goal. And there were definitely goals to be scored in the return leg. It was 2-2. Obviously, we won on away goals. 2 goals from Nicholas Patterson, who didn't get sent off. He actually got man of the match, so well done to him. Thank you very much. Semi-finals. We are looking shit hot this year. And then we drew the greatest team in all the world, in all the land, in all the freaking galaxy. Manchester United. Who knocked out Hajduk Split, didn't they? They battered Hajduk Split. Just beaten Napoli. Oh, trip to Old T. Theatre of Dreams. Or is it going to be the Theatre of Nightmares? Jump over to the league. We're at this point, it's the 1st of May, and we are in the Champions stage. Obviously, we've lost some points. you lose 50% of your points, but we're still top of this group by 10 points. We haven't lost some games though, but it is what it is. We've only drawn one in the group stage, but we lost 3 of them, which is crazy when we've only played 9. You know, that win-loss ratio from the earlier season, right out the window. But we're still in the freaking cup, and we're still in Europe, playing big-time games, so it does start to take its toll a bit. But my squad is still looking strong, and it's still pretty healthy. We've got a couple of niggles, nothing too major, because I've got a bit of depth, and we've got some lads who are just on fire. Kunze this year, how is he not wanted? He is an absolute machine this year. Fucking machine. Ernesto Kunze. He's amazing. Gomez is doing well. His assists have gone right up. He's not scored as many goals as he did last year, but that's because he's just giving that ball to Kunze. Kunze, score it. Brilliant. Happy days. Well, in the second leg of the Romanian Cup, we drew 0-0. We went through 4-2 in aggregate, got through to my first final. So I was buzzing with this, and I mean the club's buzzing with this because I've not been able to get to one. And the 2 years that before I got here, they were back-to-back runners-up, so they are itching for this. We'll be playing FC Cluj in the final, Cluj from 1907, whatever their name is. Adrian Mutu, do you remember him? Guy from Chelsea, from one of the players Chelsea bought when Roman Abramovich first came in. Spent big on him. Didn't used to sniff a lot of cocaine. No clue, but yeah, he was a pretty decent player back in the day. Hey, went to the Theatre of Dreams, beat Manchester United 2-0. Some people said we FM'd them. I don't know what they meant, talking out their arseholes. And then we beat them again, 1-0 at home. Who are you, Man United? Who are you? Who are you? Who are? I bet most of you hate Man United, don't you? Because of the whole logo issue. Have you heard about the logo issue with Football Manager? They're currently suing Football Manager. So yeah, like we haven't got Juventus in the game anymore. I don't think we're going to have United in the game anymore. So we've won 4 titles back to back. Every year I've been here, we've won the league, which is very special. But I think every year I've been here, we've got the team better and better. And with Pinnacle in here, we're at the top of the freaking mountain. Mountain peak. I can feel the snow on my face. So on to the cup final, and it looked like this cup would elude me. If you'd have said to me when I took this job, you're going to be here for 4 years, you're with one of the biggest teams in Romania, if not the biggest, what do you think you're guaranteed to win? I'd have probably said I'll pick up a cup somewhere. I'd probably pick up the domestic cup in 4 years. I'll win one. My only final, and I get beat off a team I've battered many times, and I battered in the final. They'd have scored a goal in the 75th minute. We were just crap. I don't know if all eyes were on the Europa League final, but it wasn't good enough. And if anything makes me want to play another season with Steaua Bucharest, it's this. What a fight we put up. Not only that, we went 2-0 up really early, and I'm thinking, wow, what a storybook ending, eh? Wow, this is going to be amazing. And then they came back into it, and then they came back into it again. It's 2-2, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and they're better than us, their start. I think they were fitter than us. They had more quality than us, but we've battled and we battled and we battled, and then at the very end, in the 108th minute, they scored again. And yeah, I was so heartbroken. I mean, I'm ahead by a week on this series, so I usually play it a week before, so I'm ready to go. So guarantee it comes out for you. But looking at it just takes me straight back to last week when I played this final and how disappointed I was and how pissed off I am really for you guys, because I know you get invested in it as well, and it'd have been a lovely ending, a treble, a league win, a cup win, a European win is what this club deserves. I feel like I've grafted my tits off, and it all fucking fell to pieces at the end. These are the manager jobs available right now. I mean, Korea is a freaking good shout. Never managed in South Korea. Good way of living, nice country. Don't know, Malaysia. Freaking never touched Malaysia ever in my freaking life. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see what's what, but I feel it's like unfinished business with a passion, but I can't have a 5th season at Stow. It's a freaking Journeyman. I think it's time to hit that road. So that's the end of the episode. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you pledge to my Patreon if you really love me, because I love you. That is really helpful. And let me know in the comments what you think of my time in Romania. Was it a success or did I fail? I feel like I failed, really. I feel like I was that close. Really just want to keep on playing, but it is a Journeyman, so I'll listen to you guys in the comments. I'm not going to play it today. I'll just see what the mood is with you guys, see how passionate you feel about anything, and see if it's time to go or not for sure. I'm sure you guys will let me know. You're absolute legends, so thank you very much. And yeah, Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're happy. Hope you're safe, you and your families. I am going back to work soon, so I don't know what's going to happen with my series. One of them might have to go. I'll just see which one's the least popular, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But thank you as always for your support, for taking time out of your busy days to sit here with me. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you, honestly. So, for me and my family, we wish you all the best. I'm Bood. I'll see you next time.